Never seen anything like that.
A brawl, a broken jaw, and a police investigation. The story of a rec hockey game that went too far.
I just felt like my head exploded.
That's coming up on CBC News Winnipeg.
Never underestimate the power of sport. How a local boxing club is taking kids off the street and putting them into the ring.
We're here to help them along the way.
How a program is not only changing lives, but saving them too. That's coming up on CBC News Winnipeg late night at 11.
Searching for answers. A 21-year-old man died when the car he was driving collided with a semi. Now the driver of that semi is facing charges. Your news first. CBC News Winnipeg starting at 5.
Growing Pains, a brand new luxury spa, is set to open here on Crescentwood Drive. Why residents are feeling uneasy about their newest neighbor. Your news first, CBC News Winnipeg, starting at 5.
Definitely a character house.
How would you like to own more than 100,000 pounds of Canadian history? All you have to do is move it. What two brothers from Swan Lake, Manitoba are looking to pass on. Tonight on CBC News Winnipeg late night at 11.
Getting excited.
Now the festivities begin.
Time to feast. Eid is finally here, marking the official end of Ramadan. See how the local Muslim community is celebrating tonight on CBC News Winnipeg at 11.
Are you tired of seeing people using their cell phones while driving? Well, tougher penalties are now in effect. How police hope a serious ding to your license will lead to fewer offenders. Your news first. CBC News Winnipeg starting at 5.
You last saw it being hoisted on Hockey Night in Canada. Now, Jonathan Toews is bringing hockey's holy grail to Winnipeg. A celebration you won't want to miss tonight. CBC News Winnipeg at 11.
A quiet neighborhood rocked by tragedy. Feel sick?
I'm just shocked.
2 young children found dead. Now police search for answers. Your news first, CBC News Winnipeg, starting at 5.
I'm Marjorie Dowhouse in the CBC Forecast Center. Lots of active weather today. We're not quite out of the woods. Take a look here at Futurecast. We are going to continue to see some clouds. Now, when will you and I see the system move out? I'll have all the details coming up tonight.
A search for closure. 2 young children are dead. Now the search for their missing mother. The investigation into yesterday's horrific tragedy continues. Your news first, CBC News Winnipeg, starting at 5. You get bit every year with little consequence, but what if your next mosquito bite cost you your freedom? Hear about this man's year-long battle with West Nile virus and why you need to be careful this summer. That's coming up on CBC News Winnipeg.
Hi, I'm Marilyn Mackey in the CBC Forecast Center. Well, it's looking like a pretty nice week ahead. Let's take a look at Futurecast. Clear skies and sunny temperatures warming up throughout the week. I'm tracking a little bit of rain. I'll tell you when and where tonight.
It's giving the term dog paddle a whole new meaning. Canine hydrotherapy makes a splash in Winnipeg. What this treatment could mean for your dog's health. Your news first. CBC News Winnipeg starting at 5. A search for signatures. A group of North End kids rallies to petition for a safe place to hang out. How they hope bringing people indoors will lead to safer streets. Your news first. CBC News Winnipeg starting at 5.
You're no stranger to potholes in our city, but you'll never guess what happened to one Winnipeg woman on her daily commute. Your news first, CBC News Winnipeg, starting at 5.
I'm Marjorie Dowhouse in the CBC Forecast Center. Well, if you like the heat and sunshine, good news for you. Take a look here at what I'm tracking. There's a high-pressure center that's sitting over us, so that heat and that sunshine will continue tomorrow, but don't get used to it. Details coming up tonight.